As Idris Elba says in this movie, he is the Black Superman. And as I personally think after seeing this movie, The Rock is this universe's version of Captain America. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm thinking of. Hi, my name is Lushin, and I've never really been a huge fan of the Fast and Furious movies. I tried to catch up on them all before Fast and Furious 8 came out a few years ago, but I got up to 6, I'm like, no, I'm not interested, so I stopped. But when this movie came out, the trailers looked really funny. I quickly binged 7 and 8 in one day, and I went to see Hobbs and Shaw, and I enjoyed it. But the idea of this universe is, if you don't, if you have to switch off your brain as you walk in, because if you don't, you're not going to enjoy yourself. It's that kind of, these kind of movies are ones that you are able to enjoy if you just don't overthink it. If you think about it at all, you're not going to enjoy yourself. So going into this movie, I just said, no, I'm going to switch up my brain. I'm just going to enjoy it. All this action sequences, even though probably before 5 times throughout this movie, each of our main characters would have been killed. But just if you switch off your brain, you'll enjoy this movie without a doubt. And by far the saving grace of this movie is of course Hobbs and Shaw, as they were in Fast and Furious 8, where they were the best part of that entire movie, especially when they're in the prison and their cells are opposite each other and just bickering back and forth. The probably my personal favourite part of Fast and Furious 8. And as well in this movie, it's towards the starting, it's about 20 minutes in, but there's a scene when the camera gets really close up to their face and it just keeps going back and forth in either of their faces, and they're just bickering back and forth each other, constantly insult after insult. It's just, their relationship is just such a saving grace in this movie. I don't think it would have worked if their relationship wasn't as good. I think Vin Diesel would not have worked in this movie, and all the family would not have worked in this movie. But just having The Rock and Statham in this movie, bickering back and forth, really helped this movie, and it made me love it even a lot. Well, not love it. I did enjoy it, but I think it's not the best Fast and Furious movie, but it really helped put it up there with one of the best. Idris Elba was an okay villain. It didn't really blend with the rest of all the other villains we had in this universe, so it was odd to see this kind of villain put into this universe after everyone being kind of, well, grounded as much as they can be, where this guy really is. He's got superhuman strength, he's got the robotic spine, he's got the robotic eyes. It didn't really blend with this universe, but if it was just a normal buddy cop, you'd be like, yeah, that's fair enough. But he did do a great performance. Idris Elba, he's a mixed bag, because sometimes he's great, other times he's doing Sky commercials, so it is odd. But no matter what I see him, he's always going to be Charles Minor for me from The Office, so it's kind of hard to walk away from that. And something else that I just really enjoy, they had all these cameos throughout the movies, where I won't spoil them for you because I don't know if they're actually in the casting list or anything, but two of them came up for me. I thought it was the funniest thing. The first one was a lot better than the second one. There was a character comes up in a diner and he was hilarious in the movie, and he comes back at one stage and it's just him and The Rock's relationship in this movie. It was hilarious every time it came up. There's another one that comes up in the plane that shocked me more than the first one, but it wasn't as funny as the first one, and I think if I had to pick and choose, the first one was a lot better than the second. And of course, it is a Fast and the Furious movie, so you gotta talk about the cars and the action. The cars, they kind of take a step back because I don't know, I think it's because Vin Diesel and all the family aren't in this movie. They're like, okay, cars aren't as important, so they don't really have many cars. But of course, The Rock does get into a huge truck, as he tends to do in all of these movies. And as well, the action sequences, they're not quite Fast and Furious level action sequences. Now, they are cool, they're enjoyable, but they're just not on the same level as they have been on the other movies, which is a bit weird because the guy who directed Atomic Blonde and Deadpool 2 directed this movie, so I thought the action would have been a bit better. It was still good, it didn't really feel on the same level as the other Fast and Furious movies for me. This movie, it's a special case where I can understand someone coming up to me and said, I don't like this movie because the story isn't that good. It's a familiar story where it's two guys don't want to work together, but in the end they figure out they have to work together because teamwork will help them solve this problem. So it is a very generic story, but I understand why someone would enjoy it because the action, it's good, the characters are great, the dynamic these two characters have is just brilliant to see it on screen. It's funny. It's just, I personally enjoyed the movie because I wasn't expecting much from it. But if you go in expecting something huge to happen, or not even huge, just an amazing story, you're not gonna get it. It's a popcorn movie. You're just gonna be sitting there eating popcorn and you're just gonna enjoy yourself. That's what this type of movie is. So if you're going and expecting something big, don't. Just get your popcorn, sit down and watch the movie and just enjoy it. Overall, I did have a really fun time with Hobbs and Shaw. A lot more than I actually thought I would. I wasn't really expecting much, but I'm glad I seen it. I seen it in IMAX, which was a lot better to see. I had a feeling with the sound coming at you and the screen was huge, so I thought that would be a lot better to watch this rather than at home on an iPad. So if you haven't seen this, If you're a Fast and Furious fan, of course, go see it. If you're a fan of just action in general, go see it. But if you don't really care, maybe wait for it to come on Netflix or even just skip it completely, because it won't really matter. But if you like the video, click subscribe down below, like it as well, and as always, thanks for watching.